see my time has expired. I now yield to the ranking member for 5 minutes of questions.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Dr. Fauci, Dr. Walensky, we're going to be passing out some pictures. These are pictures that were taken just last week during the trip that I took along with 10 of my colleagues to the southern border over in McAllen, Texas.
What Canada really refuses to talk about are the children in detentions because their government said, come over to America. Now, there's so many children in cages. It's not even possible to self-distance. Canada's ignoring that because Canada's happy that Trump isn't there. I mean, this is the evil kind of mentality our ruling class has.
Some from the border in McAllen at a temporary processing center, some at the Donna detention facility, where you can see in some of these cells they're holding people. I'll let you take a look at those, but while you're reviewing those pictures, I'd like to read the CDC guidance that y'all have issued on Mexico. And first it says level 4, which is the highest level, very high level of COVID-19 in Mexico. This is CDC.
I want you to listen really carefully. We're being fucked up.
1, travelers should avoid all travel to Mexico. That's CDC guidelines. Because of the current situation in Mexico, even fully vaccinated travelers may be at risk for getting and spreading COVID-19 variants and should avoid all travel to...
Okay, did you just hear that? You can get the COVID variants. He mumbled through that. Okay, so we got some losers in power that said, come on, let your children come. Come to America. And it was all a lie. I heard a story where one of the security guards that has to deal with the children said one little girl has autism. She's been there at that time for 17 days straight, and she never quit crying in 17 days. She could cry herself to death. Dr. Fauci wouldn't care.
Mexico. This is CDC. You go on to say some other things. Then we talk about traveling back into the United States. This is only if you're an American citizen. All air passengers coming to the United States, including U.S. citizens and fully vaccinated people, are required to have COVID-19 test results no more than 3 days before travel.
It's like something doesn't count,
Or documentation of recovery from COVID-19 in the past 3 months.
The only difference is you can travel. But you still got everything else. You still can get it.
Before they board a flight to the United States. That's a CDC guidance document. So first, Dr. Walensky, should everybody who comes into the United States follow this guidance?
Now look how the racism from this new administration is.
Guidance, not just American citizens, but everybody coming into the United States.
The CDC guidance by air is guidance not just coming from Mexico, it's air travel from all over the country.
So Guatemala, for example, should follow
all over the globe, Europe, everywhere.
El Salvador should follow this guidance?
All over the globe if you travel by air.
I appreciate you answering that, because we'll get to that in a minute, because on my flight back from McAllen back home to New Orleans, about half of the plane were some of the people that are in these pictures who were getting on these flights not being tested for COVID in violation of your guidance. So let me ask you, and this is...
It's a lot that doesn't make sense. Anyway, I don't want to get in trouble for airing Forbes breaking news from April the 15th. And you can take a look at it. I think I'm going to subscribe because this was an interesting article. But it makes me madder than hell that they're doing the fear porn that you could get COVID, you could die, don't go to the beach. And they're letting children suffer. There's not even room for the kids to all lie down in some of the cells that they're being put in. Cells! Yes, cells! Canada refuses to condemn this crap, this evil, inhumanitarian shit. Or even acknowledge it exists. And that's a shame.